Hey, everybody. I hope you're having a great night. Thanks for spending some of your time with us. My name is Stephanie, and you're not just going to hear from me, but you're going to hear from a couple other people. And I just want to welcome you. So you are here because somebody invited you on, somebody thought, or maybe you shared, like, we're just going to have a little bit of fun. What's fun is you can see a lot of people on here. So we love to interact with you. So what I would say is if you are drinking ketones and if you are loving them or some way, shape, or form your life has been changed from drinking pure therapeutic ketones, raise your hand. I mean, I will tell you this, like as a mom, when I started drinking these 4 years ago, just the fact that I didn't need a nap every single day completely changed my life. What you are here to learn a little bit about is who Pruvit is, what our community looks like, what we do, or what does it mean to champion the ketone conversation. What that means is, how do I share something that's changing my life with other people? And so you're going to hear from other people's stories, but we just want you to see a little bit of the community. And really, a little bit of the community is what you're seeing right now. And so it's just a whole bunch of people passionate about how they're feeling, and they want to share it. And I will tell you this. When I first drank my first packet of ketones, I loved it, right? I had no intention of sharing this whatsoever. In fact, I told my husband, I told the CEO for an entire year, I'm not doing this business. I'm just sharing with moms when they ask me what I drink. And I was very adamant. I'm not doing the business. I'm not doing the business. I don't want to share anything. Don't ask me to do anything. But as I started meeting more people, as I started sharing my story, I fell in love with the business. I fell in love with the community. I fell in love with the education. What it has done for our family is loving the product and simply sharing our story went from, okay, maybe I'll do the business. Maybe I'll share my story. Maybe I could help bring in some extra income so my husband doesn't have to work so hard. Maybe I could help with grocery money. My goal was $400 a month. That would be amazing, right? And then as we started sharing and growing, I was like, maybe I could get a van that's not held together by duct tape. Like that would be great, because if anybody else is on here, has anybody ever owned a Craigslist vehicle? Not that they're bad, right? But let me tell you, we would buy a Craigslist van. This is being recorded, by the way. We would buy a Craigslist van, and I would pray that it would get us from point A to point B. And that's fine. It always did. And if it broke down, my dad would come and get us. Like, we knew it. There was a time we broke down in Missouri, and my dad was there from Minnesota the next day rescuing us. It was just our life, and we were always thankful and grateful. Always, always. Like I always say, we lived paycheck to paycheck, but we were never not grateful. We chose that. But when an opportunity fell in our hands, we casually ran with it. And then when I realized what we had our hands on, we ran with it. Like we shared our story. We were authentic. We just said, like you're seeing me now. I mean, I'm going to be real with you. My girlfriend, Jessica Craig, who's on here, she's like, oh, your skin looks great. I was like, awesome. I didn't shower today. I mean, we are real people. Okay. And what's fun is this community. So I just want to share a little bit. Who is Pruvit? Pruvit is the company that made these ketones. So like, it's an amazing product, but I want you to understand it's more than a product. Like, we lead with education. You don't have to go to Keto 101 school. If you're drinking it, if you love it, if you understand the power of ketones, that's all you need to know. We'll give you the tools. We'll give you the how-tos. We'll give you the how to share your story. We'll lock arms with you, and you don't have to do this by yourself. We do Zooms like this all the time. We welcome people to come on. Sometimes we do Zooms and just share the product. Sometimes we do Zooms like this and go, we have more than a product. We have a community that will help you grow. Like, I have never spoken in front of people like this before in my life. And as I've grown with Pruvit, as I've learned, as I've stretched myself, I've become more just giving myself everything that I can and speaking on stage. And I've never had more confidence as a person, as a human being, as a mom than I do today. Because while the product is amazing, Pruvit grows you as a person. And so I absolutely love it. I want to welcome you on here. I'm just going to make sure I cover a couple of things. So one more thing about Pruvit that I love is not only do we lead with education, but our question to you is this. What do you want to be better in your life? Like, we're all about being better. You'll hear our CEO, Brian Underwood, say, like, what is your better? Do you want to be a better mom? or a better dad or a better boss or a better friend or a better athlete. It doesn't matter what you want. Like, you can find it here, right? Through our technology, through our community, through our education, through everything that we have to offer. What is your better and why are you here? So I would challenge you, if you're taking notes or if you have a notebook, like, write down and let the person know that invited you, what is your why? Like, what do you want out of this business? Where you're going to hear other people's stories of becoming debt free, or I wanted to stay home with my kids. I wanted to pay off our house. I wanted to take our family on a vacation once a year. Or I wanted to drink free ketones. That's okay. Guess what? Everybody's on their own journey. Your goals don't have to match my goals, right? But we all get to lock arms together, and we've got a very fun, simple system to do it that way. So I'm going to actually invite one of my friends on, Mandi Mitchell, and Mandi's going to come on. And Mandi, why don't you unmute yourself and share a little bit of your story, who you are, and why are you a part of Pruvit?
Hi, guys. So like Stephanie said, my name is Mandi Mitchell. This is my husband, Jack.
Hello, hello.
We have the incredible pleasure of being a part of Pruvit and sharing ketones with people together full time. So I am a part of Pruvit for exactly all of those things that you said, Stephanie. Like, not only was I looking for something to help me with all of the things that ketones help me with, fat loss, energy, focus, mental clarity, better sleep, better mood. Like, not only was I looking for all of those things, but I genuinely was looking for a community of people who were happy, who were motivated, who were excited, who wanted better for themselves. Jack and I talk all the time about how different it is to be with people who are striving to be a better version of themselves than how different that is compared to being surrounded by people who are complaining or unhappy or stuck or unwilling or uninterested in change or growth. And I was really looking for a community of people that would inspire me, that would help me reach this better version of myself that I kind of knew was inside of me. And luckily, I discovered both of those things, a product that would give me what I needed and a community that would give me what I needed, all wrapped up into one beautiful little gift. So that's why we're here with Pruvit. Sharing this product with people has done so much for us. And I'm actually going to let Jack share that part of our story a little bit later. For those of anyone who's interested, we'll give you an opportunity to hear that after we go over all the details of how to actually have a Pruvit business. But what's been really cool actually is not just what it's done for us and the opportunities it's given us, but watching the people that we love get to experience those same benefits as well. So that's why we're here. And what's really interesting, I actually have a few guests that are on this call, and a couple of, well, not a couple, 100% of them said, well, I'm just not sure if I could do something like that. I'm not sure if I could be a salesperson. Raise your hand if you've ever thought that about yourself. Okay, FYI, if you are a guest, the majority of the people who are raising their hands right now currently share ketones with people. And they thought that about themselves as well. So I really just kind of want to help flip that switch for you so that you can see exactly how simple doing this is and how simple it can be for you. Now, in order to know a little bit about what's about to happen to you, you need to know that I was a school teacher before Pruvit. So I'm about to ask you to participate in a raise your hand kind of a way over and over again. How many of you have ever eaten at a really cool restaurant, loved the meal, loved the service, loved the ambience, and told a buddy about it? Oh, I see lots of hands in the air. Yay. Okay, awesome. How many of you have ever gotten your hair cut or gone to the barber, gentlemen? So that's a little different, right? You say it differently, I guess. Gone to the barber, gone to the hairstylist, and like had an incredible experience, and you come out looking like, dang, my color is awesome. Yeah, you two boys. And you referred a friend to the girl who just did your hair. Okay. Look, I want to see you boys raise your hand. I know you tell people about the cute girl at Sports Clips who did a good job. I know you do. It's fine. How many of you have like tried on a killer pair of jeans and you're like, oh my God, these jeans make me look like I have the body that I wish that I had, and all of my girlfriends need to know about these. Okay, boys, it's fine if you don't raise your hand for this one. Okay? Guess what? That is all that we do here inside of Prove It. That's really all that it is. I found something that I loved that made me feel incredible. I watched our Prove It community on our Facebook page and I fell in love with what I saw. And immediately the people that I cared about, who I thought, man, they should really know about this. Like, those are the people that I told. The same way I would have told my friend who loves steak about an incredible steakhouse. The same way I would have told my friend who loves sushi about a really great sushi joint. The same way I would have told my girlfriend who's looking for a fabulous place to get her lashes done about her lashes, right? Like about where I get my lashes done. It's the same exact thing. It's the same exact concept, except here's the even cooler part. If I tell someone about where I get my nails done, like you're going to hear from one of my friends, Jessica, in a little bit. If I tell her about where I get my nails done and she's all of a sudden like, okay, so this is what I need to know. What kind of products do they use? What are the ingredients in the gel? What is the cleaning system that they use to clean up everything? What's their sanitation like? Is their license up to date? How long have all the employees been working? I would be like, I don't freaking know. I just go get my nails done. I don't know. Here's the really cool thing. If you share ketones with somebody and they start asking you all sorts of questions and your face goes like this, I don't know, I just drink them and I feel amazing. It doesn't matter, because in that situation, you actually have a whole community of people. Scroll. There's like 5 pages of people on this call right now. A whole community of people who can get the answers for you, who can answer them for you. You can say, like, I don't know, I just started drinking this stuff. All I know is I feel amazing. I've lost 14 pounds. I sleep like a rock. But my friend Candice, she's been drinking it for a lot longer and she can answer all of your questions. Let me introduce you guys. It'll be easy and great. That's just our system. So you just share it with people that you know and love. And I'm going to give you a way to help you think about who that list might be real quick here. You share it with the people you know and love. You don't freak out if you don't know the answers to any of the questions, because someone is going to get the answers for you, right? And then you give them an opportunity to experience the product. And Stephanie is going to talk about your options for helping people experience the product in just a little bit. So it's really simple, really, really super easy. Like the same exact way that you would share any of the other things you love in your life, that's exactly how you're going to share ketones. Except listen, I'm going to tell you what. Today I got my hair cut. Like, that's why I'm kind of hiding this part of my head, because there's color up here. She didn't get a lot of color off. That part she didn't do so great. But I've been going to her for like 12 years. And I refer people to her all the time. And I don't get discounts. And I don't get free haircuts. And she certainly doesn't cut me a check for it. So not only am I already in the practice of referring people to things that I love, I'm not being rewarded for it. So this is a really cool opportunity, you guys, like on whatever level you're thinking, like whether it's, hey, listen, I would just like to earn my product for free. Maybe you're one of those people that say, I really love the way this makes me feel, and I don't want to pay for it. That's awesome. I didn't want to pay for mine either. So that's kind of how this whole thing started. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're the second kind of person that says, I love the way this makes me feel. I don't want to pay for it. And it would really take a huge financial burden off of our family's shoulders if I could make a few $100 extra a month. If I could cover groceries or my car payment or my daughter's dance classes or my son's soccer, whatever the case may be. Or you might be person number 3 who says, you know what, this is insane. I can think of 1,000,001 people who want this, and I know they can think of 1,000,001 people who want this, and I can see this incredible opportunity for me to make my life take a massive shift, and that's what I want to do. Regardless of whether you're person 1, 2, or 3, everyone inside of our team is going to be here to help support you and give you the tools that you need to get that job done. And you might actually find that your goals change. Like, you might think you want free ketones and you might end up retiring your husband. Like, that could happen. Or your wife. Gentlemen, I'm sorry. I keep excluding you. You also get haircuts, and some of you get manis and pedis, and some of you want to retire your spouse too. I have to remember that. So that's Jack is so embarrassed for me. So that's really how I know who's up. Jackson's up here, just like throwing his hands up at me. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure that everybody really understood how simple it was, and that it's not scary, and that it's something that you're already doing. You're just not being rewarded for it. So this is an opportunity to be rewarded for it. And we talked about telling the people that you love, letting us connect with them and give them all the answers to all the questions so you don't have to worry about it, and then giving them an opportunity to experience the product. And so Stephanie is going to talk to you about a couple of really cool ways you can do that. Specifically, like now, we've got some really cool ways to do that. So I'm going to pass it back to Stephanie, and then in a little bit, you'll get to hear, if you choose, a few cool stories.
Yes, I love it. I love that, Mandy. So I love how you explain that. I'm like over here going, yeah, I love that. So we want to honor your time. So what I want you to understand is Pruvit is doing something they've never done before, which just so happens to fall on the night that we were going to do a potential promoter Zoom. Like, I was like, this couldn't have happened at a perfect time. So what I want you to understand is this. Like Mandy said, if you decide to join us and become a promoter, when you get with the person that invited you, we have all the systems in place, right? We have the methods, how to share. We'll teach you how to attract. We'll plug you into our groups. All of that will come on a different Zoom, right? Like, if you decide to join us, we'll plug you in and we'll go, this is how you start. Here's how you can share. All of that stuff will come. I'm not going to teach you that tonight, but I want to tell you how to get in, right? So if you're already drinking the product as a customer, awesome. I'm going to go into really the nitty gritty because I want people, I know we said 15 minutes. And then if you choose to stay on, we're going to share a very simple couple stories with you at the very end. But it's $37 a year to be a promoter. Easy peasy. That just gets you in. It gets you your websites. Super, super simple. But what's fun is we usually have a pack that people can buy if you want to sell a 5 or a 10-day experience. Really quick. Raise your hand if you ever received you bought a 5 or a 10-day from the person that invited you and just tried the product, right? That's how we share this business. People love to try things. There's so many things out there. They want to trust you. They want to give it a sample. What's great is you don't have to wait 90 days to feel this product. So we usually have a pack that you can purchase, and you can buy a big chunk of ketones, drink some for yourself, and then sell the rest. Well, today and for the next, I think, 24 hours, they created a new pack. And with the pack, you get something called the benefits of Rank 5 pay and double direct for a chunk of time. All that means is this. There are some perks to the pack, right? If anybody decides to join you in the first 30 days, you get double commissions on any promoters for the first 30 days, okay? And again, the person that is chatting with you will go more in detail with this, but the pack that is offered for a little bit of time has a lot of product that you can try. It has our ketones, it has our Mitoplex, it has our AM and PM pills, it has our Protones, and our keto cream. So with that, you can sell it for 5 and 10 days. You can sample people. Again, we'll help you with that. You can drink some of it. I mean, you can drink all of it if you want to. But the point of it is you get the bonuses, and then they have a crazy bonus. They've never done this before, ever. But if you become a promoter or upgrade to a promoter, and I want you to understand something. Like, we don't have to pull people to be promoters. Like, Pruvit's customer base is massive. We don't have to have discounted promoters. Like, we say, get in where you fit in. Everybody saves 22% on their smart ship. If you're a customer, if you're a promoter, I say, if you want to be a promoter, join us. You want to share this, right? If you don't want to be a customer, you still earn a discount. So that's amazing. We have this rank system. So, I mean, raise your hand if you're competitive. Like, I'm competitive with myself, right? So like, when they have a rank system, it allows you to track your progress in the business. So when I start at rank 5, I'm like, what do I get at rank 6? Oh, you get a car bonus. I want rank 6. It's a way to track your business. And again, all of this comes in a little bit. What I want you to understand is this. Just keep this in mind if you want financial freedom. If you're here and you're like, I really want to bring a spouse home, or whatever your goals are, if you hit something called rank 7, by January 31st. And they've never done this before. I think it's crazy. And you hold it for 3 months, you're going to get a $10,000 bonus. And I was like, if you would have told me that back then, I would have I don't know what I would have done with myself, because we were living off $1,300 every 2 weeks. I was like, you're going to what? So you get that if you reach rank 8. So we're going to show you how to do that later at a different day by January 31st. And you hold that for 3 months. What that looks like is you're talking to a lot of people. You're sharing the conversation. You might have promoters join you. You're going to get $35,000. Here's the deal. It sounds crazy. And some people might go, I don't even know what I would do with that. But what I want you to understand is this. Regardless if your goal is, like Mandi said, free product, or your goal is like mine was grocery money, or your goal is like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, right? All of those things can be attained. So I want you to just get back with the person. I want you to tell them, are you a person 1, 2, or 3? What are your goals? Why are you here? We'll teach you how to do it. We'll plug you into our system, show you where our tools are, but your opportunity needs to start tonight, at the latest tomorrow, so that we can see what happens by January, right? I always say, well, my husband and I say this, we'll commit to you what you commit to us. Most people start somewhere between scared and nervous. I mean, raise your hand if you were nervous when you maybe have started something. Like, I was nervous to do this Zoom. I talk to people every single day, and I still thought I was going to throw up for about 3.5 seconds before I just press play and do it. It's about taking action. It's about not caring what other people think. If you're feeling amazing, other people need to feel amazing. And I got to the point where I said, it's selfish of me not to do this or to share this, and I have to do this for my family and for myself. So this is what we want to do. Get with the person that invited you. They will share more about the process. Just keep in the back of your mind what can be attained if you take action and let us help you. Okay, you're not by yourself. Mandi, can you think of anything else before we let everybody go?
No, I think what's really cool is that if we didn't answer questions, that's the perfect opportunity to show just what a great support system you have here. Because if you have a question and we didn't answer it, just tell the person who invited you to the call or gave you this recording, because they'll get you connected to somebody who can answer it. So I think we did a really great job and we covered everyone. And here's what's really cool. If you feel like you got enough and you were like, all right, cool, I got this, I'm going to do it, I've been thinking about it anyway, we won't be offended if you hop off and you're like, good night, peace out. However, if you're the kind of person that's like me and I just needed to know, what is this really doing for people? What kind of opportunity is there really? How have people's lives shifted? How do people feel being a part of Pruvit? We're going to have a few people really quickly share just what it has meant for them and how their lives look different from before they were introduced to Pruvit and after they were introduced to Pruvit. So we'd love to just have you listen to a couple of stories. So if you do hop off, we won't be offended. Although I am going to secretly look at this number and see what happens. And if you would love to hear more, we have a couple of those stories too. Did we miss anything, Steph?
Well, here's the deal. What if we did something crazy? So I'm going to throw this out there. You guys can definitely hop off or stick around. Give me 20 seconds. I am going to throw this out there and let's see what happens. When we are done, or for the next 40 minutes, okay, while you're listening to stories, let our excitement bring in attraction. We do something called attract, connect, enroll. What if I asked all of you that want to do this on a bigger level than you really feel like, right? What if I said, we're going to do another one of these in 30 minutes and invite 7 people? What if we did that? What if we said, hey, why don't you invite 7 people and see if your friends want to pop on and just hear about the opportunity? I'm committed, so I'm going to do another one of these in 30 minutes, and I want to see. Just ask people, I'm going to go on a journey and I want you to join me. Why don't you pop on and listen to something? So I want you to share your stories, Mandi. If you can think of anybody else, we're going to use the exact same Zoom number. And in 30 minutes, we're going to do another one. If you want to join us, awesome. If not, I'll do the whole thing by myself. Okay, Mandi, grab a couple people and have them share their story.
Okay, awesome. So the first person I'm going to have share her story, and you're going to see these are all going to be very different, so hopefully you'll relate to one of them, is my beautiful friend Candice. who I 100% know put earrings on just for the sake of being on this Zoom, and she looks amazing. Candice, can you unmute yourself? Because I can't unmute you. Okay, so Candice,
I can't do anything without earrings.
if you could just
So,
tell
yes, I
everybody
did.
a little bit about what life looked like for you before Pruvit, what it looks like now, and what you're most excited about as you move forward.
Okay, sure. So my name is Candice Munoz, and I'm from San Angelo, Texas. So before Pruvit, can y'all hear me okay? Okay. So before Pruvit, we were very broke. We had a lot of debt, student loans, and medical bills. We were living paycheck to paycheck. I just really didn't think that it was ever going to be any different. So we were just rolling with it, but it was hard. It was really hard. So I was a teacher as well. So basically I felt like I was teaching just to pay for my kids to go to daycare. So I needed, I thought if I had $200 extra, I thought I could just have some breathing room. I could just, get by a little bit easier without being quite so stressed. So when I was introduced to this product and I loved it, had just amazing results fast as far as energy, and just got me out of that mom slump. My friend talked to me about sharing for the free product, which I was super interested in because, like I said, I could not afford this, could not afford to keep drinking it. So once I got my two customers to get my product for free, then she talked to me about doing a business. And I thought, you know what, I'm sharing this and I feel so good. And if I can share this and make my $200 a month, then that's so worth it. So I did. Fast forward, and we have hacked away at most of our debt. I get to stay home with my babies and don't have to pay for daycare anymore. We can help other people and still have money in the bank at the end of the month. So we can, we just have a little bit more wiggle room in there. I'm most excited to share with more and more people and to help other people get, their extra $200 or whatever they need to be able to live more comfortably. And I'm so excited. I want to take my kids to Disney. I'm going to take my kids to Disney soon. And I'm really excited to help other people pay off the rest of our debt. So that's my story.
I absolutely love it. And I love that it's just the little things sometimes that make the biggest difference in our lives. Like, I love that. And I'm so happy for you. And y'all, just so you know, like, I met Candice through this business. Like, I didn't know her before Pruvit, but to become friends with somebody because of this and to watch them achieve these things is equally as amazing as getting an actual paycheck. Like, I promise you, if you don't think that that's ever going to inspire you, it actually will do so more than what we send you and you get to put in your bank. So thank you so much for sharing that. I really, really appreciate it. You did a great job. Okay, I'm going to ask Jessica if she's still on to share her story real quick. Oh, there you are. I lost you. Okay, then put you on speaker. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Jessica Craig. I am from a super small town in Alabama. I'm going to keep my story short and sweet as much as I possibly can. So it's been almost 3 years. I can't even believe this, but before Pruvit, here's where I was. I had a newborn baby. He's almost 3 now. So he was a newborn at the time. So I was at home with him, still on maternity leave, and absolutely did not want to have to go back to work. We were at the point financially to where me staying at home was not an option anymore. So I was going to have to put this teeny tiny baby into a daycare and go work outside the home. And so I'd really just been praying for something. I've been searching for an opportunity. Of course, I had all the different reasons that I would have wanted to use ketones. I didn't even know what a ketone was, by the way. So I had all the reasons. I was carrying the extra baby weight, of course, because I just told you guys I had a newborn, exhausted, stressed to the max, just literally driving the struggle bus. And so I really didn't know what I was going to do. And then Mandi, who you guys have been hearing from, changed my life forever. So she found this and loved me enough to share with me. So I'm forever grateful for that. I'm the kind of person who watched the little campfire video and I was sold. Like, I said, I don't know if this stuff is really going to do what it says it's going to do, but if so, first of all, give it to me right now. Like, I didn't buy a trial. I didn't even have the money to buy it, but I was like, here's my credit card. Let me get this stuff. And if it actually does work, like, I have to be a part of this. We're going to be rich. It's what I was thinking. So we got started right away. Of course, I love ketones. I dropped all the baby weight. I feel amazing. I sleep like a rock. I do all the great things that ketones help me do. I'm a much better mom. I'm a much less scary of a mom. I also have a 9-year-old and now an almost 3-year-old. So you guys can imagine how that is if you have kids. So ketones definitely keep me in check. But as far as the business goes, I could tell you guys, I could keep you on here for 2 hours talking about what it's done for me and my family. Not only have we been able to keep me at home with my kids, but I actually got to bring my husband home. So now we both get to be together and work this business full time. We've been able to build our dream home, do all these amazing things. But guys, let me tell you one of the coolest things to me, and I love to share this because whenever it hit me a couple months ago, I realized how many people can relate to this. So before Pruvit, I couldn't even fill up my gas tank. You know, I would go get gas, which I absolutely hate doing, by the way. Raise your hand if you hate getting gas. I don't know why, but so I would be filling up my gas tank, and at the time I could only get $20 at a time, right? So I was putting 20 in, running it out, going to do another 20 because we didn't have the money to fill it up. And so the other day or a couple months ago, I was filling up my gas tank and was able to just let it run until it filled up. And I realized how much that means to me now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything else is so cool, but whenever you think about those little things and how much financial freedom can actually change your life, it's unbelievable. So instead of being a 10th day person, raise your hand if you're a 10th day person. You know what I'm talking about. When you're paying your bills, you've got a 10-day grace period. So my bills were paid on that 10th day. Now they're paid before they're due. They're on auto pay. So this has been absolutely life-changing, such a blessing, exactly what I've been praying for. And I'm so very excited. So I just want to tell you, if you're still on here listening to me ramble and you're considering this, like, this is your sign. This is it. You need to do this with us. Do not hesitate. Just freaking jump in and let's go. Love you.
That was so good.
I love it. I love it. I like the gas tank thing. Oh, I almost cried because I'm same way. I remember emailing Jack at work a lot saying, this is how much money you can spend on gas this week. Like, that's how tight the budget was. So that hit me when you just said that. And I didn't even really remember that was a part of our challenge before Pruvit. So thank you for sharing. I appreciate that and love you so much. So it makes my heart so happy that this is what's going on in your life. So real quick, and he'll keep it short, I promise, because he's not a talker. And we want to get you all some time to invite so we can do this again and, at the top of the hour. But I'm going to introduce y'all to my husband, Jack. So you don't just hear from the girls tonight. And I'm going to let him share what this business has done for him.
Cool. Hey guys.
Where are you? Wait, I don't know where you are. I lost you.
Oh no, where am I?
There you go.
Hey everybody. So like Mandy said, I'm Jack. Obviously I'm the other half. So before Pruvit, I worked here in Oregon at Intel for research and development. So basically what that meant is that I was literally gone working 12, 13, sometimes 14 hours a day and not seeing my family. And when I did see my family, I came home frustrated and grumpy and tired and aggravated and just was not a person that anybody wanted to be around.
And he came home to somebody who was tired and grumpy and angry and frustrated.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I would get home, Mandy and I were literally just two ships passing in the night. The kids were already in bed. I would wake up and go to work before they would wake up for school. I never got to see them. I never got to experience a lot of things with them. If my daughter, when she used to play softball, I would have to actually request to take vacation time so that I could leave work for 2 hours so that I could actually go watch her play, just so that I could get away from that place so that I can go experience some of my life with my family. Since finding Pruvit, we've built a business. I was able to retire from Intel and shift careers, and basically Mandy and I can do this full time now from home. I have tremendous focus and energy, not just in towards myself, but towards what's going on around us within our family and our life. And we have done some amazing things together. We've got some amazing experiences with our kids, and we've got to take them places that we never dreamed we would be able to do at the expense, if you will, of not having to request or build vacation time or take time off or ask my manager that I want to go someplace. Just real quick, and not in a, oh, poor thing kind of thing, but just to give you the idea of the freedom that we have because we have our own business and we work from home, and we do how much we want to do it, when we want to do it. My mom is going to be requiring some heart surgery here coming up very shortly. So at literally just this weekend, I had plans to be somewhere else at a Pruvit event, and at the drop of a hat, because of the situation that we're in, I was able to switch those plans, book a plane, and go to Michigan to be with my mom right away without batting an eye. And before Pruvit, that would have been a what do we do? How do we get there type of thing. So it was just something that happened recently that I'm really, really grateful for, that this has helped us with. The business has helped us with that freedom. It's not just a financial freedom. It's a freedom to live our life, and we get to live our life together now instead of just being roommates underneath the same house, living a life to try and make ends meet. And
I wasn't a very good roommate.
Yeah. And what really excites me, what really has me excited is that we have the opportunity to meet somebody who is looking for what we have, and is in a situation that they can't afford to buy their son cleats for a soccer game, or dad can never see his daughter play softball because he's working all the time. And what excites me is getting at some point, and I don't know, we haven't met them yet. They're still out there. We're going to meet somebody who's in that situation, and my story's going to relate to them, and they're going to be like, this is what I've been looking for. Thank God we met you. Mm-hmm. So that's what gets me fired up. That's really what I'm excited about.
You're making everybody cry. So Steve's over here. My husband does this with me as well. And he's like, ah. So here's the deal. I loved all the stories. I hope you did as well. And I would say get with the person that invited you. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. Mandy, you don't even have to feel obligated to get on the next one, but I'm going to log back on. And so what I would say is this. I'll give you very specific directive action. Take the link that you were given. Go send it to 7 people if you want to do this business, and say, hey, what do you know about ketones? I don't know a lot, but I'm starting a new journey and I want you to hop on this Zoom and listen. And let's just see what happens. Like, you never know. That person that you're afraid to talk to, that person that you know needs a business, like they might eventually have to become a promoter. They might want to just try the product first, but you never know. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to get back on in 20 minutes. And we'll even do a shorter version of it, but your directive coaching is to send 7 people that link, ask them what they know about ketones, and to hop onto the next Zoom and hear some stories. Okay, everybody have a great night, and we'll see whoever wants to hop on very soon.